All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. It is March 5th, 2022, and I don't know, it was a handful of people asking about the RTX 3050. Apparently, that's on a lot of people's minds because they're a lot more available. They're actually sitting in stock at a lot of websites. We'll show you here in a second. But everybody's like, man, I want to get into mining. Should I buy this card and should I start with it? And the short answer is anything you can get your hands on and mine with is better than nothing. But the long answer is the 3050 is not necessarily the card that I would suggest. For example, I do not own a single 3050. Did I say 3060? We're talking about 3050 here. Yeah, so I do not own a single 3050, and the numbers, the hash rates, none of it excites me to buy a 3050. I'll talk about what another good alternative in that price range is here in a second once we roll through and show you what a 3050 could be potentially making as of today. Obviously, if you're watching this way off in the future, hello future, and it's probably making less, I would imagine. So just be careful and check the rates. So the first thing I wanted to do is go over, and NiceHash has got some data on their website. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Oh, that's not it. There we go. So this is the NiceHash profitability calculator. If you need to get here, it's just nicehash.com/profitability-calculator, and then you can enter your hardware in manually. So 10 cents per kilowatt hour is our electric rate. But for the example here, most people, especially just getting out started mining, they're either young or they may live at some situation or some area that they have free power. So we'll go off of free power first. So you're going to buy a 3050, you have free electricity. Let's calculate that out. If you're on the NiceHash mining platform, which it's pretty close to the estimates of everything else, a little bit lower than direct mining. We'll get into that later. You're making 72 cents a day. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Now, let's say you had to pay for your power. You pay 10 cents per kilowatt, which is a pretty good power rate, pretty average here in the US for most areas. You're burning 13 cents a day in power, so you're profiting a little over 50 cents a day, $4.21 a week, and $17.41 a month. Now that's straight up profit after you pay your power. You can't argue with profit. Is the card profitable? Yes, it is profitable. The algorithms that NiceHash has it on a majority of the time is the Octopus algorithm, and then NiceHash 21% of the time, Kapow 14%, Auto Lycos 3%, and then I guess Dagger Hashimoto is like a negligible percentage. It's rating this card at 55 watts on Ethereum or Dagger Hashimoto. That's what that is right there. It still only does 14 mega hash. That is ridiculously weak, but this is an LHR card, so that's why. If this card wasn't LHR, I would imagine it would get somewhere in the range of probably 30 mega hash. So, yeah, it kind of stinks that they neutered it. The Octopus algorithm, it does get 25 mega hash at the 55 watts. Beam V3, 14 souls at 55 watts. NiceHash, 22.4 souls at 55 watts. Kapow, 13 mega hash at 55 watts. And Auto Lycos, it does 60 mega hash at 55 watts. So very, very power, a very, very low power card. So you don't need a big, huge power supply to run it. Depending on what your system is, you may be able to just use the power supply that's in it. It's all depending on what you got. So I could see the appeal to jumping into one of these cards because they are available. They're on the cheaper end. They're still not what I would describe as cheap, and they're profitable. Not very profitable, but they are profitable. So this is the cheapest available RTX 3050 on newegg.com. It is a Gigabyte GeForce RTX 3050, 8 gig. It's $379. And for example, guys, let me break out the calculator here. Hold on. Best case scenario, you have free power. You're not paying for power. You're making 72 cents a day, right? So you got $379.99. Obviously, there's tax on top of that, but tax is just going to make this equation even worse. We'll do it at my tax rate, which is 0.0, I think it's 7%. So $26.59 plus 379.99. So this card after tax is $406.58 divided by 0.72. Yep, 0.72, because we're profiting 72 cents a day. That means this card will make back that $400 in roughly 564 days. Obviously, things fluctuate. If the market pumps up, that card will pay itself off sooner. If the market keeps going down, which they say the trend is your friend. This is not financial advice, but I feel like we have a little bit more ways to be going down before we ever see anything going back up. So this card could potentially take not 1, but maybe 2 or 3 years to ROI. I don't, maybe never. If mining it's gone. Some people seem to think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. So a lot of people would argue, but hey, man, it will pay itself off. So if I don't have a graphics card or I'm running integrated graphics, this is a good upgrade for me, right? And I would say let's hold that. Let's hold that and say, can you spend just a tiny bit more and get yourself a RX 6600? So the RX 6600, in my opinion, is a better buy because almost any way you slice it, let's see here, 6600. It's still an 8 GB graphics card, so you still get that 8 gigs on there. It makes a little bit more. And when we're talking about 70 cents to $1, because this one's making $1.03 a day before power, that's actually a huge percentage. People are like, oh, well, that's only 27, 30 cents more. Well, 30 cents at $1 is like 30%. It's actually more if you're talking about 30 cents from 70 cents. It's like 40 something percent off the top of my head. If you go down here and compare it, this bad boy, it does more mega hash on Kapow. It does the same on Auto Lycos, the same on Beam V3, the same on Zell Hash, but it does significantly more on Dagger Hashimoto. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, don't worry about that because, Ethereum mining is going to be done and gone when Proof of Stake comes in June. But what about until June, and also mining Ethereum Classic? Because that RTX 3050 is not going to be able to mine Ethereum Classic because it's still LHR, and the LHR does affect Ethereum Classic. So this bad boy does 28 mega hash. You can actually push them a little bit harder than that depending on which card. The only drawback are these cards burn just a tiny bit more power, 5 watts give or take. NiceHash has them rated at 60 watts. I believe I have mine running at like right around 57 or 58 watts. When we're talking about single digit watts, though, especially for your first graphics card, it's a non-issue. You may not even be paying for power, so a couple watts it's not going to make a difference. So, yeah, just food for thought there, guys. Now, on 1 month currently of mining with a 6600, you're going to be making $26 instead of that $21. So, just think about it. Yeah. Now, they are available and in stock on Newegg, but they are a little bit more. So this one's $4.39 for a Sapphire Pulse. I like Sapphires. I actually have quite a few of these Pulse cards, and they do really well. They don't overheat, nothing like that, nothing crazy. I think the cheapest one is the Sapphire Pulse. Oh, hold on. Trying to find, there we go, lowest price. So there's a Sapphire Pulse for $4.29. Yeah, that is currently the cheapest one. So it is more money, so that means the ROI calculation is going to be different. Say we're going to take our $429 card, 429.99 times 0.07 to get our tax rate over here in North Carolina. So that puts us at, adds up quick. It adds up quick, ladies and gentlemen, $460, and we're profiting 89 cents a day. So divide by 0.89, 516 days. So you are, even though you're paying more, it's going to pay itself off faster on every single algorithm except Octopus. Yeah. Which was the main algorithm that the 3050 was mining on. So all the other algorithms perform the same or better except for Octopus. For some reason, I don't know if you can't mine it on the 6600 or it just doesn't mine it well enough for them to even document it. I don't know. I just mine straight Ethereum on mine, and that's kind of how the cookie crumbles. So I hate to swerve people or guide people away from a product that they're wanting me to talk about, but RTX 3050, is it a junk card? Should you avoid it? If you can find literally anything else, 3060, 3060 Ti, 6600, 6600 XT, 6700. I know all those cards cost more, but they're going to make their money back faster. So you're going to spend more up front, but you're going to get it back sooner. That doesn't always equate 1-to-1 as you scale up in cards, but at the very bottom, 3050, yeah. Now, the 6500X or 65 RX 6500, nah. I'm doing a video on that coming up here soon, but nah, just avoid that one. You don't want that one. 4 GB card, very limited. Nah. So anyway, guys, hopefully that was helpful. If you guys are out there and already have a 3050, the one thing I do say is smoke them if you got them. If you got the card, might as well put that baby to work. There's no free rides around this place. I run everything that I have. Some of the smallest cards I have are 1066 gigs, all the way up to, you know, the 3090, 3080, everything in between. I run it all. No free rides. Everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to work. So if you already got a 3050, it is what it is. Water under the bridge. Let that baby mine, and then just buy some more cards. But now if you're looking to buy cards, especially for your first one, and you're looking at a low power card, this is one of the few times I say maybe look over in that direction of Team Red, because they got some offerings. It'd be nice if we could find like 3060s in that. They were supposed to be in that low or mid $300 range. I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. So anyway, guys, y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time. Peace, adios, all that kind of stuff. Bye.